municipalities in Hamilton County are getting hit with an unexpected bill.
Yeah, the newly appointed property assessor says the mayors and city managers have to cough up cash for something they haven't had to pay for in decades. Alana LaFleur explains. Alana.
Kim Calvin, new property assessor Marty Haynes is acting off of a state law from 1989. It says cities have to pay half the bill for property appraisals, but the people who held the position before him did not enforce it for almost 3 decades.
Marty Haynes took over as property assessor in September. Part of his job includes reappraisals every 4 years. That's to make sure every piece of property in Hamilton County is at fair market value. He cites state law for charging cities for the reappraisals.
I took an oath on September 1st to uphold state law. There are other state laws that pertain to the assessor's office. I don't know how I pass on this one if I'm going to uphold the others. But some Hamilton County municipalities don't support that move. For the past 27 years, they never had to pay a reappraisal bill. This map shows the areas that would be affected. Red Bank is one of them, and its city manager says that cost isn't in the budget.
The citizens that live in Red Bank also pay Hamilton County taxes. So it's in fact, they're being taxed double for the reappraisal costs, which we don't agree with.
Davis Lundy represents 6 towns affected through the Small Cities Coalition of Hamilton County. He says the almost 3-decade pattern of not charging indicates an agreement. Because the law wasn't enforced, Lundy says those municipalities aren't concerned with coming up with the money.
I don't think any of the cities have really thought about where it would come from, because our position is we're not going to have to pay it.
But that's not the way Haynes sees it.
I intend to follow state law, and that's where we are.
The Small Cities Coalition of Hamilton County says they'll meet with the county commission early next year to talk about coming up with a formal agreement for non-payment. Money for reappraisal costs would go to the county's general fund. Kim.
Alana, thank you. We asked Chattanooga Mayor Andy Burke to weigh in on this topic, and he says for decades the city and county have agreed not to assess this fee because the county already has a duty to appraise every property. The mayor also says this would raise taxes and citizens would get nothing in return.